The next topic, the next subtopic we are going to look at is function of derivation of function of a function. Let us look at this question. Now, the function of function under this calculus, they are also most of the questions under them, they are very simple. Let us look at the first question. Y equal to 3s squared minus 2 raised to power 3. They call this one function of function because we have, see now, there is power after the bracket. This is raised to power 3. How do we do this? They call it function of function because it's like a chain. It follows the chain rules under differentiation. Because the formula is the y ds equal to the u ds multiplied by the y the u. How do they arrive at this formula? They, we have this y equal to 3s squared minus 2. This, they now represent this inside this bracket. They represent it to be what? U. U equal to 3s raised to power 2 minus 2. Therefore, when we have represented whatever it is in brackets as u, our y, original y, will become u what? U cube. We now differentiate, or we now derivate the two separately. If we derivate this now, this will become the u in the respect of, when we derivate this, the u ds, it will become 2 times 3, that's 6s. We now derivate this y separately. This will become the y, the u, this u. This will become 3u squared. Is it clear? We now apply the law now. The law is the y the s equal to the u ds multiplied by the y the u. If you look at it now, this one we cancel this. Therefore, the y ds is equivalent to the y ds. This is, what is the u ds? The u ds is 6s multiplied by what is the y du? The y du is multiplied by 3u square. Now, 6s times 3, we are having 18s multiplied what is u? U, original u is, this is u, 3s square minus what? 2. Our u, remember, is raised to power 2. Therefore, our final answer is 18s bracket 3s square minus 2 raised to power what? 2. This is our final answer. Let us try to work let us try to do the B question. I hope you have understood this one now. Can you see? It's very, very simple. The B. B is y equal to 1 minus 2s square raised to power 3 square root everything. Don't let all these things deceive you. They borrow this thing from indices. When we have square root for anything, square root, before we can get square root, we have something like this: 1 minus 2s square. There must one all over what? 2. Since it's a square root, there is what? 1 over 3, 1 over 2. When 1 over 2 is here, that's why it can become root. What do we have here before? Times what? Times 3. Therefore, our y equal to 1 minus 2s square raised to power 1 times 3, 3 all over 2 is what? 1 minus 2s square. And use now. We have removed this square root now. What are we going to do this? Just represent whatever inside this bracket with what? With u. Our u equal to 1 minus 2s square. Therefore, our original y will become y equal to u raised to power what? Raised to power 3 all over 2. Very simple. Remember, the original formula is the y ds equal to the, you can first of all write, you can write the y du, or you can write the u ds, anyone. This time around, let me first of all write the u ds. The u ds multiplied by the y du. You don't need to cram. See, when you see question, the formula must come to your mind. This is what you don't need to cram. Say divide, no. Multiply by the u, the y du. The y what? The u. Now let us derivate. The u ds is what? 2 times 2, that is minus 4 raised to minus 4. Minus 4 what? Minus 4s. Why is it minus 4? 2 times 2, 4. 2 minus 1, that's why we have what? Minus 4s. The second one, which is y. The y du equal to 3 all over 2u. This will become 3 all over 2 minus what? 1. 3 all over 2 minus 1. This is 3 all over 2 minus 1. You need to subtract it. This is 3 all over 2 minus 1. You need to find the what? SCM. What is SCM? 2. 2 into 1. 1 times 3. 3 minus 1 into 1. 1 times 1. 1. 3 minus 1. That's 2 all over 2. 2 all over 2 is what? That is what? 1. Therefore, the y du, the y du equal to 3 all over 2 u raised to power 1. And that one we don't need to write it there. It means 3 all over 2 u. Now here let us put into the formula. The y ds equal to the u ds is what? The u ds is minus 4s multiplied by the y du. The y du is 3 all over 2 u. Therefore, minus this one will cancel this. You know that. 2 in 4, that will be 2 in 4, 2. 2 times 3, that's minus 6s. What is our u? Our u is our u is 1 minus 1 minus 2s squared. This is our final answer. Now, try to work these two questions. I will be there in comment section to look at your answer. Please help me to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.